Hello beautiful people, my name is Melka and welcome to Mega Stitches. This is a channel all about cross stitch and all my stitching adventures. I hope you're doing okay, friend. Today I bring you a review on my KS Creations Z-frame lap stand. I also have a comparison with my floor stand from the same brand. I thought it was very important for people to understand the mechanics of it. Also, a friend of mine, I'm not going to mention their name because I didn't get permission, they asked me to show my lap stand. This is the lap stand that I'm going to be showing you today. It is made out of wood. It has some crevices here for your scissors or your pencils, highlighters, and I'm going to be showing it more in like closely, but this is the clamp where it holds your hoop or your Q-snap, and it has these kind of like legs, I guess, and knobs to tilt and just put in the position that you will like. This is the one that I have. It's a shorter length for the bottom part. I know there is longer length. I can measure it and let you know in a minute. Now that we cover which stands I'm going to be reviewing or showing you, I just wanted to let you know that I've been using these stands for about 4 years. I really like it. My favorite is the lap stand because I can take it anywhere. It's very easy for me to travel with. It's very light. Let's weight them. So you see how much they weigh, and if you want to get into all that hassle of packing it up and traveling to a retreat with them, okay? So let's do this. I'm going to be testing these with a 4-inch hoop, a 10-inch hoop, a 12-inch hoop. This is like a 4-inch nurge, an 8x8 Q-snap with like a grime guard, and a 8x11 Q-snap without a grime guard. This is editing Milka. I forgot to say that I'm also testing it with a frame, 12 by 26 inches. So, and I'm gonna give you some tips for you if you have like these floor stands or lap stand and you're having issues with the Q-snap tilting. I have some tips, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have switched to use only hoops with my stands because they're more stable. And honestly, the lap stand at least is meant to be used with hoops. So let's test that. Yes. This is with a hoop that has fabric on the edge where it's going to be clamped. This is going to be with a bigger hoop, 12-inch, with fabric on the side where it clamps. I must say, if you're using a larger hoop, you have to be careful because sometimes it won't go all the way like a 360. Like you see, for example, right here at this specific angle that I have, the arms, or the legs, it won't completely do a 360. This is a 12-inch. So if you want to do that, you have to um, raise the legs to like a higher position. You can position it however you want, right? They are very flexible with the angles. So I usually just put it straight because it's sturdier, and I tighten everything up. And then you are going to be able to flip it. Like you have the space to flip your whole work. The only bad thing about that is that, your work is basically on your face. But if you don't mind stitching, a little higher than usual, then you should be just fine. This is where with a 4-inch nudge. Now let's give it a try with the Q snaps. I don't like using Q snaps with these anymore. I used to, but they just fall out of the stand. So it's just a hassle. Anyway, if you have any tips for that, please comment below because the tips that I know is very basic, and sometimes, y'all out there have wonderful ideas to make these a little sturdier. Okay, so I have a 8x8 Q snap here. And what I like to do when I'm using a grime guard is to take the grime guard off on the side that's going to be clamped. So I will kind of take it a little bit off or just pull it like to the side, just like that to expose the clamp. And then I will try, let me get close here. I will try to clamp it right. So this, you have to open it completely almost for the Q snaps, but I will try to clamp it in this crevice. It has like a little crevice, if you can see, and I will have to kind of try that my Q snap is almost kind of like stuck in that crevice. So the clamp with that crevice, can you see that? So I will try to tighten it in that position. Also, this has like one of these in the middle, and I lost mine, the exact one for this stand. I honestly have never used it. I thought it was in the way, but apparently it helps with Q snaps. I don't really think so, okay? That's my own personal opinion. But you tighten it as much as you can, and be careful because sometimes it can break your Q snap. All right, so that's, let me tighten everything. You see, that's the most tight that I can put it. I'll put my grime guard back, and if I start to put pressure, like if your hand is here, it will start to tilt. So for Q snap lovers, what I will recommend is to not put any pressure on the Q snap so it can hold. I find this very uncomfortable since I usually stitch with my right hand on the bottom and my left hand on the top. I like to take this thing off from the middle so it's not like poking out. I also like to flip in half the knobs on the bottom so I can rest my wrist in this wood part. So well, let me pull these. If my wrist is like right here, I don't have so much like my hand doesn't get tired, my top hand. So that's how I will stitch. And I'm not putting pressure on the actual hoop or Q-snap. Hopefully that helped. And by the way, this is my pretty pattern, Romantasy Girly. I finished it. It's on my website. Y'all can go purchase it if you want to. Links are down below. All right, let's take this off. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for an 8x11. You can use it side horizontal, and it will be less sturdier. So these like 11 by 8 by 11 or 11 by 8, I like to use them vertically, just like this, because the Q snap is in kind of like in the same length that the base is on. So I will do the same thing. I will kind of clamp the Q snap in the crevice of the KS Creations like clamp. You can see it right there. And then I will start tightening it. And again, you can loosen this up and you can flip your work around. Since this is a 11, it might not turn all the way if you don't put it. I think I put it in the center. It's pretty centered, and it's not going all the way, you see. So you will have to probably extend your arm to a higher position, and then you'll be able to flip your work however you will like. Yes or yes. Again, with the other Q snap is this, since it's shorter, honestly I think it's a little sturdier for some reason. It just depends. I feel like it just depends. But as you see, if I put pressure, it will start. Like, it'll just start going down. Like, I can't put my hand there. It's just like, like if I try to put any, it'll just go down. The solution for this thing that I found a little bit, and not even that much, is to try to put this mesh situation. I don't even know what is it called, but you can buy it at the Dollar Tree, and you put it like in the edge of the Q snap, and then you clamp it, and it makes it very stickier. I don't know, it's not slippery right on the surface of the clamp. So I think these are for drying dishes. You can find them like in the Dollar Tree, in the Walmart, a supermarket, whatever. But yeah, you just put it like on the edge. Hold on, let me take this off. I just put it like in the edge of your clamp, and then you'll start clamping it, and it makes it like less slippery, right? You can do that too. That's a tip. There you have it. You can see it. That's a bit better. Okay, the last one that we're going to talk about, it is, does a frame like this will fit? Okay, this is a frame that I got from Michael's, and I would like to know if it holds it. It weighs a lot and it's very long. It's past the length of the lap stand. What I recommend is to have like the other end of a couch or a pillow or a cushion or something that can have some like height to it to the other end of the stand. So let me show you what I'm saying because it will tilt. It does hold the, like I'm not holding it right now, it does hold the frame. And just for reference, this is actually a 1 inch wide is the thickness of this specific, frame. Awesome. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the floor stand, the KS Creation floor stand. I got it with some accessories. I think it already comes with it. Ah, I'm already having fun, huh? Hold on. There you go. I think it already comes with the accessories, but for example, right here, you can put your tablet. You can adjust a lot of things in this frame. Oh, okay, there we go. So in this kind of like tray, you can add your tablet. I'm just gonna show it off. I have it on a case. I have a case for my tablet, so it probably won't hold as well. But if you don't have a case, this is where you can put your tablet and you can see whatever you're stitching there, right? Like I have a Samsung tablet where I keep my pattern keeper, right? And you can just do your thing. Um, and you can adjust the height everywhere, even like for you have a smaller tablet and you want to adjust the weight, the height of that, you can adjust it. You can also adjust, like for example, if this part of is too tall, you can adjust this bar by just loosen up this this knob right here. So up and down, you can move it almost 360. I mean, you can if you take it all apart, but kind of like 180. This is the clamp where you put your stitching on right here. If you see, you have like I don't even know what kind of material is this, but it's kind of like a rubber situation. It makes it not slippery, which is great for Q snaps. This one I really like for Q snaps. You have a knob here where you adjust like how thick your whatever you're stitching or hoop, whatever frame you're using, Q snap, you adjust it. So it has this ball right here, which makes this clamp 360 and lots of angles. Like you can move it, not 360, but well, yeah, 360, you can move it 360 like that. But I'm saying like you can adjust the angle of whatever direction you want to put your stitching, right? And then whenever you feel comfortable with the angle, you just tighten this up right away. You can also adjust the this part. Oh, hold on, I need to put you back. This part right here, and it moves like this knob moves this clamp, or yeah, like that. It just moves it sideways, I guess, horizontal. But yeah, I like to keep it straight like this and not like in an angle. But I mean, you do you. And then finally, this is the last knob that you can loosen up, and it's just from front and back. Be aware that you can also move this whole thing, like if you want to, you can move it all around. So, you don't have the restriction that is going to be in a specific way. This is a tray where you put your scissors. You have holes here, and you can put your ring with your floss hanging. I don't use it, but it is there. And then if you go down, all the way down, you have another knob here, which provides you the ability, well, that went well, the ability to raise your bar, you see? So, and you can tighten it up. So that was the Chaos Creation floor stand. If you wanted to make it more, I guess, like sturdier when you're stitching and not as wobbly, right? Because it can get wobbly. Get it like under your couch and against something. Like if you have like two couches like me, I get it like in the middle, like right here. So it's having the weight of the couch that I'm sitting in, the weight, or not the weight, but kind of like something against it, like another couch, and it doesn't move. It's not moving anywhere. So yeah. Okay, now I'm going to try a 4-inch hoop. I was using a Q-snap here, so it's very, very tall. There. I might say that the floor stand has a wider clamp than the... Okay, there you go. And you can loosen this knob up, and you can flip your work anywhere you will like. Loosen it back up. Oops, this was a little bit loose. Hold on. And then, it's just very, very sturdy. Right? Oh, by the way, I forgot to say that you can also add like magnetic stuff here, like needle minders, and put your needles like right here. It'll stick. It's a little more less sturdy than the other one, but it still holds better um than the lap stand. And if you wanted to avoid that, just put the little dish drying, whatever this is, mesh on the edge, and just dry it like that. There you go. That fixes it. And it holds it and everything looks well. So again, the same thing with the from the lap stand, just put something on the end so it can be more sturdy because this is a very long frame, but it does hold it. Okay, we are done comparing both of them. So now you choose if you wish to go with KS Creations. Okay, y'all. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video or this kind of like trying it out. If you would like to purchase them, I know they sell through their website, and on Etsy there's some options from brick and mortar stores also that carry these frames, but you have to call them in advance, and so it's not like everybody has it. This video is not sponsored. I hope that you loved it and you can get something out of it. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, send me some love. Give me your opinions on what do you think about it if you have it. And if you have any tips for the Q snaps, like just going wobbly and getting out of it. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate, and you watching my channel. Besos, be kind to others, and chaito, bye.